And away we go. Here we are, Scorched Earth Podcast, the sports edition for beautiful Wednesday, February 26th, 2025. Football hasn't even been a month, and I already miss you. But hopefully you shall return soon. I will say the two busiest sports seems to be football and off-season football. And I get the combine and all this stuff, but I could really give a rat's ass. I don't really care. I mean, I got baseball coming up. I got hockey, basketball. You know, when those things die down in June, baseball gets a month or two, and then we get football. I can make it. And you know, that's why the USFL or whatever, USL or whatever it is never going to make it. They're just not, they can't hold out long enough for the ratings to make it work. The NFL is all about monetizing everything. Why do you think they don't have a minor league? You know, when you hear all these guys like Rich Eisen, and he's a smart guy. That dude's a smart dude. But he's like, why aren't these colleges preparing the guys for the pros? Well, that's not their job. Their job is to win in their own ecosystem. Why doesn't the NFL have their own farm system? Because they don't want to spend the money. They want to keep it all for themselves. They got to make sure Jerry gets a new yacht, right? And then they get all pissed because these players aren't being developed for the pros. Well, no, they're getting NIL money. They're being paid to perform at the college level. That's what they're getting paid for. Nothing else, nothing more. You know, I have always wondered, we live in a world of incredibly, incredibly rich guys. And I think we have 4 guys in America who are worth over $100 billion. Why don't they, through streaming platforms, forget the networks, and just start their own fall football league? Just do it. You know, get the players who are cut from the NFL, write it out, put $1 billion in each, put $2 billion in each, say, you know what? We don't care about ratings. We're just going to go streaming. We're going to put 10 teams in here, and we're just going to play. I'm telling you, they could be a threat. And really what you're trying to do is one of two things. You're either actually trying to get TV contracts, which could be enormous. Right now, why do you think the NFL is on every platform? Because they don't want competition, right? They don't want anybody. I mean, literally, I saw this is the NFL on CW here in Los Angeles. You know, you got Netflix has stuff, Amazon has stuff, all the networks do. You know, ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, you know. Just a matter of time, right? I mean, I think it's ripe for a couple billionaires to go, you know what? It's just a tax write-off. It really is. You know, Warren Buffett, just put, you know, Hathaway Berkshire money in it. Put $3 billion into it. I'm telling you, you're going to get your money out. One of two things is going to happen. You're either going to get a huge TV contract or the NFL is going to buy you out. One of the two things is coming. NFL, it can be beat. They can be beat. I know it sounds so crazy. I told Brother Scott, this is back in 2010, 2011, the NFL was going to come to an end because I thought they had no answer for the CTE and the concussion thing. And obviously I was wrong. And I guess the thing I really didn't realize is the players don't care. Like, you know, they want the money. I get it. You know, if you give me a chance to make $3 million a year in the NFL or go work at Amazon, yeah, okay. So my life expectancy is going to be 5 years less. I'm gonna have, you know, neurosis. I'm gonna have all these terrible things, but my family's going to be taken care of. I've heard Michael Irvin talk about it. You know, they ask about CTE. He goes, look at the life I got because I played football. He goes, I would have never had that if I didn't have football. Yeah, it makes sense. It does. And maybe that's what Brother Scott was talking about. I don't know. But I do think that there is going to be a comeuppance. And I'll tell you the one I really think is hockey. Hockey doesn't acknowledge CTE at all. Bobby Hull, the great Bobby Hull, died of CTE. Yeah. At the end of his life, he was a horrible human being, racist, homophobe, misogynistic, all the things. I think a lot of that had to do with CTE, but, we'll have to wait. I mean, well, how do you know? The necropsy of his brain came back that he had extensive CTE. Okay, you watch hockey. These guys are going 30, 40, 50 miles an hour hitting you. I mean, they're moving. These guys ain't joking around. And they're huge dudes. Huge dudes. All right, Travis Kelce's leading off our sports, is coming back to Kansas City. That's nice. I like it. I'm a big fan. We get to see Taylor Swift in the box for another year. And we will see. I think Kansas City's going to have some serious problems getting back to the Super Bowl, but they have the most valuable player in all of sports, and that's Patrick Mahomes. Georgia in college basketball beat Florida Tuesday night. Big win over the Gators. Had a 26-point lead. Furious comeback by the Gators. Fell a little short. It's going to really help Georgia in terms of getting an NCAA bid, high seeding. I did see an interesting prop at Circa 2 weeks ago, and it was to win the NCAA title, SEC, I think it was plus 130. Everybody else, minus 150. I was kind of tempted. But, you look out there and there's Duke. I'm not sure who else there is really formidable. Maybe Houston. Houston's a real good team. But a lot of things could go wrong. But I'm telling you, the SEC is stacked. They are stacked on stacked. All right. Probably the biggest headline that came out of Tuesday was the great Diana Taurasi. I never thought I'd be talking about WNBA, but here I am. 20-year career, she's decided to retire. Leading all-time scorer in the WNBA. Final totals, had 10,646 points, only player to pass 10,000 in a career. She was the first player, male or female, to win 6 gold medals. 3 times NCAA champ at UConn. MVP in 2009. Finals MVP in 2009, 2014. 3-time WNBA champ. Just an amazing career. Kudos to her. I hope she has a good life. She was an inspiration to a lot of young girls. And I don't know where she is on the Caitlin Clark thing, but, I'm glad to see these girls out doing their own thing. Not a big fan of the product, to be honest with you, but I respect what they're doing. I mean, I'll go get it. I like to see diversity in sports. I like to see these girls, the self-esteem that comes from engaging in athletics. I love that. I am a big Title IX advocate. I really believe in it. And Diana Taurasi, we're sad to see you go. Suns and Grizzlies in the NBA combined for 299 points. And, the Suns, I just don't know what to say. The ownership after last season said, oh, man, there's 30 other teams that wish they were us. Yeah, right. Sure they are. I just don't know what's went wrong. I actually took them on the over. Took them over 46.5 for wins this year. I don't even think they're going to get to 38. There's just something wrong with the team. KD's good. Booker's good. They just don't have anybody in the middle. It just seems like they are a wet paper towel. Finally, well, it's not finally. We got the San Francisco 49ers and Shanahan gave the offensive coordinator reins to Clay Kubiak. Name sounds familiar, related to Gary Kubiak. It is amazing in the NFL, the nepotism that goes on. I mean, it is just insane. If you look at a coach, I'm telling you, I'm sure there's 1 or 2 coaches on a staff who have no ties to somebody, but the rest of them, they got a cousin, they got a brother-in-law, they got somebody who got them the job. I'm not saying they don't work hard, but man, there is no broadband thing going on there, man. They are just, you're in the club or you're out of the club. That's just what it is. All right, and I am watching the Lakers defeat the Dallas Mavericks. Klay Thompson, watching Luka, being a Celtics fan, Luka's just a monster. I mean, I just, how does this happen? How did they get him? I see Nico in the crowd, and literally, if I was the Laker fans, I'd put him on my shoulders and carry him out of the arena. I mean, I'm not for assassinations, but man, as a Boston fan, I don't know. Well, what more can he do? Will he trade Anthony Davis? I mean, I guess. I don't even know how the guy could show his fat face in public, and he ain't fat, okay? Slender dude. But he's fat because he's an idiot, okay? That's what I'm saying. All right. If you could, though, hit the like and subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Leave your comments. I got to get into those comments today. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Peace out.